Rats were one of the most constant living threats inside a medieval castle. Castles stored grain, meat scraps, and animal feed, which turned every cellar into a giant rat buffet. Once rats found a warm castle, they bred faster than exhausted servants could kill them. Female rats could produce litter after litter, turning a small infestation into a moving carpet of fur. The worst places were kitchens, granaries, stables, and garderobe shafts where food and filth met. At night, people heard scratching inside walls, under floors, and behind loose stone. Rats gnawed wood, leather, rope, and cloth because their teeth never stopped growing. They ruined food stores by chewing holes into sacks and fouling everything with urine and droppings. Even expensive imported spices or dried fruit could be contaminated before the Lord ever tasted them. The smell of rat nests mixed with damp straw, old smoke, and human waste. Servants tried to trap them with crude cages, deadfalls, and sharpened sticks. Cats helped, but one half-starved mouser could never control a fortress full of vermin. Small dogs were sometimes used too, yet they only chased what they could see. Most rats vanished into cracks, drains, lofts, and wall cavities long before anyone struck them. Their droppings attracted insects, spreading even more contamination around kitchens and beds. Rats crawled over sleeping bodies, biting fingers, toes, and faces when food was scarce. Children and the sick were especially vulnerable because they could not fight them off quickly. Their fleas mattered almost as much as their teeth because fleas carried deadly disease. People did not know germ theory, but they understood that rat-filled rooms often led to fever and death. During plague years, the sight of rats could trigger instant panic inside town houses and castle keeps. Rats also invaded wells, cistern edges, and drainage channels where they died and rotted. That made already questionable water even more dangerous to drink. The garrison could wake up to gnawed bowstrings, damaged sacks, and spoiled ration barrels. Rats loved stables because spilled oats, warm dung, and horse bedding created perfect shelter. They even fed on corpses after battles or epidemics, which made castle burial delays even more horrifying. No corridor felt clean when you knew dozens of eyes might be watching from the straw. The constant scratching kept people tense, sleep-deprived, and suspicious of every noise. Castle workers spent endless time sweeping droppings and patching holes that reopened overnight. Even noble chambers were not safe because tapestry folds and storage chests made excellent hiding places. The richer the castle, the more food and cloth there was for rats to destroy. Sieges made infestations worse because defenders hoarded grain and could not rotate stores safely. When starvation began, humans and rats competed for the same last scraps. In that sense, the castle was not only fighting enemies outside the walls, but a hidden army inside them. So the romantic image of a secure stone fortress misses one ugly truth. For many people, medieval castle life meant sleeping, eating, and praying beside relentless vermin. That is why the real nightmare inside castle walls was often small, silent, and covered in fleas.